Hey everyone, it's Warriors NRL Fanatics here. If you are a new viewer to this YouTube channel and you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button down below. It's much appreciated. It shows your support for the content that I do, and it really does help out the channel in terms of growing as well. And make sure you like this video. Don't forget to click the thumbs up on the video and click the bell so you are notified when I upload any content next on the channel or when I do a live stream. Ampol State of Origin, it is here this Wednesday night. It's game 2 of the series. And the Queensland Maroons come into this one leading the series 1-0. And the New South Wales Blues need to win this one to send this to a game 3 decider. And it's been played at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane, the Cauldron of all places. A stadium which is hard, to go over there and get a result. And look, backs against the wall for the New South Wales Blues in this one. They've had some injuries. They've had, suspensions and all that sort of stuff. But the Queensland Maroons come into this game, pretty much have some changes, but they're pretty much settled as well in their lineup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through both team lists. Going to give my thoughts on each of the sides and also go through some key matchups to watch and as well a prediction at any time try score. So we'll look at the New South Wales Blues side first. So this is how they line up. So we've got a few changes. So James Tedesco's fullback there. So he remains at the fullback spot. And he's the captain. Brian To'o on the wing. And the centres of Stephen Crichton and Tommy Trbojevic. Josh Adokar on the other wing. And in the halves, a new halves pairing. Jerome Luai in the 6, 5'8", and Mitchell Moses is the halfback replacing the injured Nathan Cleary. Junior Paulo's the prop, and Damien Cook is the hooker. Comes in for Apisai Coruscant. Payne Haas is the other prop, and Tyson Frizzell second row with Hudson Young and Isaiah Yeo-Lock. Bench reads Stefano Utukamanu, who is making his debut for the New South Wales Blues from the West Tigers there. Cameron Murray, Liam Martin, and Reece Robson also making his debut for the Blues from the Cowboys in the 17. Reserves, Matt Burton, 18th man, and Keon Cole-Matangi in the 19. And for the New South Wales Blues coach, that is Brad Fittler. Now to the Queensland Maroons team. So we got there Reece Walsh fullback, Xavier Coates who comes in for Selwyn Cobbo there on the wing. Valentine Holmes centres with Hamiso Tebo Fidel. Murray Talangi comes in onto the wing as well. And in the halves, Cameron Munster and Daly Cherry Evans. Lindsay Collins the prop, Ben Hunt hooker, and Tina Fasumalawi the prop. And David Fafita and Jeremiah Nanai, second row with Patrick Carrigan lock. Harry Grant, 14, off the bench. Thomas Flegler, Ruben Cotter, and Moari Forawaka, who comes into the side in the 17. Reserves, AJ Brimson, 18th man, and Corey Hallsborough, 19. And coach is Billy Slater for the Queensland Maroons. Referee is Ashley Klein. So, look, the New South Wales Blues, obviously they've got a ton of changes there. A few injuries playing a part there with Nathan Cleary being the biggest out. It's a huge out for the Blues, but in comes Mitchell Moses, who gets another opportunity for them. His second Origin game. So, I think he played an Origin game a couple of years ago. I think it was 2019 or 2020 from my memory. Mitchell Moses gets another chance to, make a claim for himself as a player to, stay in the regular side more often. But obviously, when Nathan Cleary gets back, he probably will get back in the side. But look, Mitchell Moses is a big chance, big opportunity to, show the selectors that, he's not going to be in this team for a one-off. So, and maybe in the future, if, things, with Cleary, whatever happens with Cleary next. So, but, we all know Nathan Cleary is going to be a permanent for the next couple of years anyway. So, it's going to be interesting to see how Mitchell Moses goes. Look, Tedesco, he's probably a player that copped a lot of criticism in game one for the way he played, so he will want to have a big game, and step up on a huge occasion for the Blues. So I think he's in for a huge game as well, personally. And yeah, overall, look, Tommy Trbojevic as well, seems to always play pretty well when he's in the New South Wales Blues jersey. So look out for him. Obviously, no Latrell Mitchell again, which is another blow, for sure, because Latrell Mitchell and Tommy Trbojevic made a good combination when they last won the series. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing for the Blues not to have Latrell Mitchell there, but Stephen Crichton's a handy, player to have on your side as well. So a premiership winner and back-to-back premiership winner, Stephen Crichton. So a very good player. So I think Stephen Crichton, will do all right. Actually, I think he will do all right in this game. But overall, if you look at the four-pack, I think the four-pack is going to be the battle to watch for me. So you look at Junior Paulo, Lindsay Collins, you got Tino for Malawi, Payne Haas, Fafita and Frizzell, Hudson Young and Nenai, Carrigan and Yo. Four packs for me is just the key to, I think, victory in this game, especially. And you looked at the first game one down there in Adelaide. I think the Maroons forwards did a job, and laid the platform for the likes of Reece Walsh and, the likes of Selwyn Cobbo, who had strong games as well, the outside backs. So, I think the four-pack's going to be the difference in this game, in my opinion. And I think the New South Wales Blues will know that if they can get the wood in that battle, I think that will go a long way to getting the victory. So, Mitchell Moses, obviously, he needs to step up and have a big one for the Blues. He's coming up against the likes of Cherry Evans, Munster and Luai. I think Luai also needs to have a big game for the Blues in this one. I think Luai in that first game, I thought he was New South Wales best, actually. I really do. I don't think it was terrible. A lot of people said he should be dropped, but I think it was New South Wales best player in my personal opinion. So I think those two combinations, how they gel will be the key for the Blues as well in terms of the way they play. Mitchell Moses has a very good long kicking game, so I think that's going to be very important for the Blues, to apply pressure to the New South Wales team, especially the likes of Reece Walsh, Xavier Coates, Holmes, the Hammer as well. So keeping those players quiet, limiting those meters, I think is what New South Wales will need to do to stop this Queensland side down there at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. But look, as for the Maroons, I think what they've got to do is pretty much what they did in game one, but they've obviously got to step it up a bit more as well. I think, obviously, the way they started this game was particularly slow, but they started to warm into it, but overall, I think what Queensland did in that first game is what they're going to continue to do in order to wrap up the series and go 2-0 up. So, overall, if you look at the record, obviously the Queensland Maroons are such a hard team to beat down at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane, the Cauldron. New South Wales record over there is just not that great, but they've got backs against the walls. Everyone's saying they won't win it. A lot of people are saying Queensland will win it, and New South Wales are gone and that, and everything's against them. So that could only fire them up. That could only fire New South Wales up. Even though personally I'm confident we win, but I'm also not writing off New South Wales as well in this game. So, look, a prediction now. So, looking into this game, think that the Queensland Maroons, they start well. If they start well, it's going to be difficult for the Blues to, catch up. I think if the Queensland Maroons get off to a 10-0, 12-0 lead down at Suncorp Stadium with the crowd in their favour as well, the home ground advantage, I think it'll be too difficult for the Blues to run down. So New South Wales need to start well. Queensland, if they do start well, I think that's pretty much going to be too difficult for New South Wales to chase down. So for me, in this game, I'm going to obviously tip the Maroons to win. I am going to go with the Queensland Maroons here by 8 points. I'm going to say 8 points, Queensland Maroons. For anytime try scorers, for me, I am probably going to say Xavier Coates for the Maroons. And also, I'm going to back in the Hammer to score as well. Hammer, Tabaso Fidel. Murray Talangi to score. And for the Blues, for the New South Wales Blues, I'll say Brian To'o, Tommy Trbojevic, and I'm going to say James Tedesco to score. So Queensland Maroons to wrap up the series and go 2-0 up. And I think they will win this one by 8 points. But let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Who are you tipping for Ampol State of Origin Game 2? Let me know if you are cheering for the Maroons or cheering for the Blues. Who you're picking, what is your margin, your try scorers, let me know in the comments below. And can the Blues do it? Can they, with backs against the wall, go down to Suncorp Stadium and get a result and send it to Game 3 in Sydney? Or can the Maroons wrap it up and make it a 2-0 series victory? But make sure you like this video. Don't forget to click the thumbs up on this video. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And also, I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.